Hey there, welcome back to Desert Mage. This week I'm trying something new. I'm going to break down Monday through Friday into 5 different readings for your human design type. Manifestors, generators, manifesting generators, projectors, and reflectors. If you're not familiar with human design, it is based on the I Ching, astrology, as well as the Kabbalah tree of life. It is a really cool tool for embracing who you are in this life without all of the conditioning that comes from society and family and everything else. So it's a really fun thing to check out. I'm not an expert in human design, but I'm definitely interested in, and I think it's super fun and enlightening. And I thought it would be neat to sort of stray away from the traditional astrological sun sign reading and just try this out and see if it resonates with anyone. So if you do not know how to find your human design type, I'll put the information in the description box below and you can check it out. All right, talk to you soon. Hey, manifesting generators. Hope you're doing well today. I put together a little reading for you based on your human design type. I'm also a manifesting generator, so I'm excited to share this with you today. I have used my Faery oracle cards as well as my runes, and let's get started. So I pulled one rune as a sort of overview theme. This is Ansus. It is the rune that means signals, communication. It can mean like Loki, the trickster god, the Norse trickster god. But in this situation, with all the cards that came up, there is a lot of messages around needing to pay attention, needing to stay open, needing to have more awareness, and open not in a sense that's sort of be on your conscious mind too. It could be in your dreams or things like that, but Spirit is sending you messages and synchronicities to guide you onto a new path. We all know that we're in kind of a weird time right now, and there can be some uncertainty as to, do we keep doing what we have been doing, or do we start moving in a new direction? And this reading is obviously for some of us. If it doesn't resonate with you, let it go and tune in next time. But I think it's saying for a lot of us manifesting generators, we are being called to do something new. Do something new that's a departure from what we've been doing, that is more in alignment with our purpose on this planet. And we are being called to shed the facade that we've been keeping up to fit in, and maybe we've been disguising our true selves, or I know for me, just even starting Desert Mage was a little nerve-wracking because I've kept my spiritual life very private, and my professional contacts, I didn't let them into this side of my world too much, and it was sort of a secret. So to come out and start embracing more of this and sharing what's coming through for me has been challenging. So I think not just me, but a lot of us are being called to do that. And that can be a little scary, feeling a little like you're very vulnerable, very vulnerable. So, sorry, my phone keeps dinging. I'm going to turn off the sound. It's my iPad. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry. The first card that came out is the Collective of Pixies. What could you like more than dancing, alien-looking pixies? I mean, it's pretty fun. So this is us. The Collective of Pixies talk about duty, and like if you're going to have to do something, do it joyfully. But specifically for us, what this is talking about is we're getting called to action, report for duty, but it's not a command. We're most likely, if this is happening to you, you are feeling pulled to it. It's almost magnetic. It's been something that has wanted to come out for a long time, and or maybe you've been, in the back of your mind, like, oh, I really like doing that, or I'm really good at this, or people keep telling me that I'm really talented at this thing, and you kind of just put it away and don't think about it, and you're going to keep getting these little messages that come through. It's like, nope, pay attention to that, pay attention to that. It's more important than you think, and that gift or that ability is more important to others than you realize it is. So this is us kind of being excited and pulled into this new version of us. We're being asked to shed our, sorry, my iPad keeps dinging, to shed our old self. If we've been pretending to be something that we're not, we're being asked to put that behind us, put it in the past, and start breaking up these falsities and bringing out our truth. And so that's what this guy talks about. This is upside down. The Glockener. Usually if this reading seems to be just about us and like where we are going in our life right now. If this were a reading about another person, this is usually the Narcissist card. But it's usually about illusion, delusion. It's a bit sinister, but the way it came up for us is more about just sort of letting go of the sort of smoke and mirrors that we've been giving other people. And the funny thing too is, like, you may have been pretending to be something that you're not, but you even believed it yourself. So it's hard to decipher whether, that was an illusion or not, but we're being asked to break that down. So both the rune and the rune that we got for today, the Signals rune, as well as the Gotcha card, talks about unexpected events. Expect the unexpected. And I think that's really relevant with what's going on right now with, disruption in your work and your travel and your home life and your routines and all this self-isolation. Yeah, we should expect the unexpected. Who saw this coming? Maybe some of you did. I don't know. But I think it's an opportunity, as everyone's getting shook up, it's an opportunity for us to reinvent ourselves and our existence and our lives and our livelihood. So we might be called to do something really different than we've done before. And it talks about, having more awareness, staying awake, like awake in a way that's like higher consciousness, and trust your intuition. And that is a huge message that's been coming with the runes of signals and gotcha, as well as the singer of intuition. If you've been getting any hunches or maybe visions in your dream or things like that, start paying attention to them. Give them some more focus, some more thought, because the answers are coming through for you. Like, this is a time for this group of people to be able to access higher consciousness, higher knowledge, knowledge from the divine. We're piercing the veil. There's definitely getting like a lot of like tingling in my crown right now as we talk about this. In our dreams and things like that, we're going to be having a lot more visions or maybe aha moments. So, and it could be an awakening of maybe your clairs, your clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance, things like that could be coming online right now. So don't be surprised. And to access some of that while we are indoors and self-isolating, it's a great time to practice more of your meditation, your stillness, taking time to not constantly have the distractions of your computer, your phone, the television, the radio, whatever, so that you can really tune in. And not only that too, but a lot of times we can access this information when we are doing things that are second nature to us. So if you're washing the dishes or vacuuming or taking a shower or something like that, and all of a sudden this thing comes through, that might come through that way. Spirit is able to access you when your monkey mind isn't like chattering nonstop, which is difficult for me. It takes a lot of practice to do the meditations and things like that and let things come through, because I have a very strong and active analytical mind, as well as, the other parts of me. But yeah, my monkey brain is super loud. So we're being asked to try and quiet that down and tap into those moments to access this new information that will guide us into this completely new direction. And I already talked about dreams, this one is about dreams, Penelope Dreamweaver. And the Laume is about unconditional giving and receiving. Obviously that taps into receiving messages from spirit, but it's also, one thing that was coming through is that while we are in this time of sort of preparation and quietness, it's a good time to take care of ourselves. If you've been experiencing, before this period of sort of shutdown, if you've been experiencing any adrenal fatigue or things like that, it's a great time to take advantage. And I'm just talking about adrenal fatigue specifically. A good way to sort of get yourself back on the right track, getting lots of sleep, drinking lots of water, cut out caffeine, especially coffee, sugar, and alcohol. If you can do that for, I mean, if you have really bad adrenal fatigue, a few months will really get you turned around pretty fast. But yeah, take care. Take care more than you normally would. Because I think a lot of times we think that being busier means that we're being more productive, and that's just not true. So use the time wisely to take care of yourself so that when it is time to act and you are ready to launch into this new path, you're in an empowered state. The next card that came up is the Lady of the Harvest. Usually this card talks about grief, loss, harvest, but I mean, if you think about the fall, it's the time when, the leaves fall off the trees. Things are going through their cycle of the death of things before the great renewal. But I think in this case, we're talking more about a completion. We're ending a cycle for ourselves, and pulling this rune. This is the first of 13 runes in the cycle of initiation. So this is the beginning. This is the beginning of a new existence, a new path. So I think this is talking about completion and release of the old, and the need to accept that change is coming in. I mean, obviously our life got turned upside down in the past, couple weeks, month, whatever. It happened really fast, and change is usually hard for most people. So it's time for us to accept the change, move on to this next phase. I will say also that gotcha is similar to, sort of similar to the tower, where the tower is breaking down old structures and old ways of being. And the Lady of the Harvest also talks about liberation. It is the completion, letting go, the breakdown of things, the disintegration, so that there can be this renewal, this great renewal. So I think, for us as a group and collectively, and even as like Earth, the planet, we are going through the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. And there is a lot of, the structures are shifting, they're crumbling, and they need to be rebuilt in a new way that serves more people. And we are being called to come in, and I'm getting full body chills right now. We're asked to be part of this process, to be change makers, and to add our gifts and our talents and what we bring to this planet to help everyone for the highest good. The last card that came out is the Singers of the Chalice. I think this card is similar to the Ace of Cups for me, which often shows the like overflowing cup. Everything is just flowing into the cup. That's basically the Singers of the Chalice. It talks about unconditional love, trust, hope, healing, but the big message that really connects with everything else we've been talking about is to be open, stay aware, keep looking for these messages, these synchronicities, to come through and help to guide you. And if you are in a state of confusion, ask for help. I think that is underrated advice, because your guides are always there and they love and want to connect with you to help you, because it's for the highest good for everyone. So when you're feeling confused, ask for help. I think you'll be surprised how quickly something will come through and you'll say, oh, okay, now I understand, or okay, I feel better about this next piece, this next step. So I think that is basically the message for everyone. It's pretty exciting. I mean, we're definitely in the unknown here, but I think we're a big part of this. So I'm very excited to see what everyone does. If you have anything to share about your own personal journey and what you're going through at this time, I'd be curious to hear. I'd love for us to share as a community. And thanks for stopping by, and look forward to talking to you next Wednesday.